Hey everybody, welcome back to Eating with Evans. This week we're going to make a healthy turkey chili. For this recipe, you're going to need two 15-ounce cans of diced tomatoes. I like the kind that have roasted garlic inside. One 15-ounce can of dark kidney beans. One 15-ounce can of black beans. One onion diced. 5 cloves of garlic minced or crushed in a garlic press. 1/4 cup of cayenne pepper sauce. I like Frank's Red Hot. A little bit of salt and pepper. You're going to need 20 ounces of ground turkey that you dump into a 12-inch skillet like this one that's had a little bit of avocado oil added to it. You want to break that up with your rubber spatula and then add salt and pepper to taste. You're going to want to cook this through for about 10 minutes until all of the pieces are broke up into little individual chunks and there's no remnants of pink. You want to make sure that this is cooked all the way through to make sure that there's no salmonella risk. And lastly, you're going to need a chili seasoning mix that you're going to make yourself. I'm going to show you how to make that right now. To start this off, we're going to use 1 tablespoon of chili powder. I like the hot Mexican chili style. This way I don't have to add any cayenne pepper because this adds plenty of heat. Next, I like to add 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. Next, I add a 1/2 teaspoon of granulated garlic. 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. And about a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. We're also going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. This is the basis of the chili seasoning that I'm going to use for my recipe. Now we're ready to start chopping our onion. To do this, I'm going to show you a different method than I've shown you in the past. What you want to do is cut off the top. Then you're going to flip it over on the flat side that you just cut and cut this in half through the root. Now you want to peel back the skin on both halves of the onion. Now that we have our onions halved, what I want to do is make slices 3/4 of the way through to the root, all the way along this onion. And I want to do that on both halves. Now what you're really doing here is using the layers of the onion to your advantage. So what I've done is I've cut little slices, and now each individual layer of this onion is gonna make a little diced portion once I run my knife along this way. And once I have just a little bit left like this, I'm gonna make slight cuts all the way around the root just to make little diced segments. And this is my 1 onion that I've diced. So this recipe is based off of a crock pot. I find that it's super easy to assemble this the night before and throw it on the crock pot either when you get home from work for a couple hours, or you can leave it on low all day long while you're at work, come home, and then you're gonna have a fantastic chili ready for you waiting. So now we're gonna assemble the chili. First thing I'm gonna add to the crock pot vessel is my 20 ounces of ground turkey that I've cooked on the stovetop. Next, I'm going to add my 2 cans of diced tomatoes. I'm going to add my 1 onion diced. I'm going to use my garlic press to crush in 5 cloves of garlic. Now that I've added my garlic, I'm going to add in my 15-ounce can of black beans and my 15-ounce can of kidney beans. At this point, I'm going to stir it together to see what the consistency is like. It's starting to look pretty good, but now I'm going to add in the seasoning blend that we made. And I'm also going to add about a 1/4 cup of Frank's Red Hot. This is going to add nice color and also a good bit of heat from the cayenne peppers. This is starting to look pretty good as is, but as this cooks for a couple hours in my crock pot, the colors are going to deepen up and everything's going to start to marry together. All the flavors are going to start to marry together. What I'm going to do is put this in my crock pot on high for about 2 hours, and it's going to start to get really fragrant. You're going to want to keep it stirring because it's going to simmer down a good amount. And what it's going to do is cook out moisture out of some of the vegetables and the tomatoes and stuff that are in here. and it's going to start to boil some of that off, and it's going to deepen the flavor, and it's going to darken up, and everything's going to come out great. So this is what the chili looks like after it's cooked for about 1.5 to 2 hours in my crock pot on high. You can tell that it darkened up a lot and a lot of the flavor started to meld together. And after all that time cooking, the flavor came out to be delicious. So what we're gonna do is add a few things to this chili to make it taste even better. I know one of my fiance's favorites is sour cream. So we're gonna add a generous dollop of sour cream right to the center here. Next I'm gonna add some shredded cheese. The cheese that I added was a combination of mozzarella and cheddar. And lastly, I'm going to cut up the top of some green onion and I'm going to sprinkle that across the top. And this is the final dish. This is a low-calorie turkey chili that we added kidney beans and black beans to. We slow simmered this in a crock pot for about 2 hours on high until the flavor intensified and the color darkened. This is a super easy meal that you can make the night before and cook all day long while you're at work if you put it on low. Hey everybody, I hope you guys love that recipe for my low-calorie turkey chili as much as I do. It's something that you can whip together the night before and put it on the slow cooker all day long, or as soon as you get home from work, you can put it on the slow cooker for about 2 hours on high and have dinner ready in a couple of hours. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button down below. While you're down there, subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to turn on all notifications. This way you get a push notification to your phone every single time I put out a new video. If you haven't already, check out my Instagram page here at Eating with Evans. This is where I put all the meals that I make throughout the week that you wouldn't necessarily see here on YouTube. Until next time.